A Dalton man says he was treated unfairly in the Murray County Jail because of his disability.
Local 3's Xavier Harris spoke with this man and joined us with what the man hopes happens next.
Josh Owenby tells me he's been handicapped since birth. He says it wasn't until he was behind bars here at the Murray County Jail where it was really apparent how handicapped he was.
It's rough in there if you have any kind of disability like I got that wear braces, and you go to jail, you get put in booking and you stay there in solitary confinement.
Josh Owenby was born with arthrogryposis, a muscle disorder.
I was born with my hips, both my hips were dislocated, and my legs were behind my head when I came out.
His criminal history started back in 2020 when he had an argument with his girlfriend in the front seat of his car.
She sat in the car seat, in the front seat with her legs kind of out on the ground still, and we started arguing. She reached in to smack me, and when she did, I dodged it like this, or tried my best to do that, and when I jerked back, and my feet went that way and the car started moving.
The police were called and Owenby left the scene. About a month later, he says he was arrested and charged with simple battery, reckless conduct, and disorderly conduct. Owenby says he was given a court date but couldn't make it due to being in the hospital with back issues. When he called his public defender, he advised Owenby to bring the hospital paperwork by and he'd submit it on his behalf. He thought it was all taken care of until a month later. He says he found out he had a warrant for failing to appear in court.
I called the public defender's office, and he told me that, or the secretary had told me that my public defender had switched counties to Whitfield County, and my paper that I had brought to her office was still in my file, and she wasn't sure why it didn't get taken care of.
So he turned himself in, and he would spend the next 4 weeks in jail.
It was probably one of the worst experiences that I've had that I can think of.
Because of his condition, Owenby says he can't bathe himself and didn't shower for 4 weeks. I went to the Murray County Sheriff's Office to ask why Owenby wasn't allowed proper care to bathe. Sheriff Jimmy Davenport said in a statement in part, "The booking area has a shower that contains a handicapped shower chair for persons with disabilities. Inmate Owenby refused numerous of times during his incarceration to allow the medical staff or jail staff to assist him in removing the braces from his legs, and he refused help with the accessibility handicapped shower chair to bathe."
They tell me to take my stuff off, and they'd just walk out the door. They never offered to, "I'll come there and wash your hair for you."
Owenby says his final week in jail, they allowed his brother to come in and bathe him. And that's when he found out his socks were matted to the bottom of his foot.
He had to get the nurse to bring in some saline and gauze to put up against the skin so it wouldn't stick to the sock so he could get it off.
Owenby says his treatment in the jail wasn't right, and he wants the jail officials to be held accountable.
They're not adapted to care for somebody with a disability like mine.
Reporting in Dalton, I'm Xavier Harris, Local 3 News.
Xavier Harris with that 3 Investigates report. We'll keep you up to date on air and online.